Hi, I'm Dennis McDonald, Mathematics Support Teacher at Talbot Springs Elementary School, and this is Math in Minutes. Today, we're going to look at two different meanings for subtraction, takeaway and difference. When most kids and adults think of subtraction, they think of taking away. I have $12, I spend $4. I had 16 cookies, I ate 3 cookies. In these situations, we have a whole amount, we're taking away part of that amount, and we're looking to see what part is left over. Let's take a look at a takeaway problem that a first grader might work with. Let's say I bought a case of 12 bottles of water, and I drank 5 of the bottles of water. I can use blocks to model that situation. These 12 blocks represent the 12 bottles of water I began with. I can show that I drank 5 of the bottles of water by taking away 5 of the blocks. I can figure out how many bottles of water I have left by counting the remaining blocks. And I can see that 12 minus 5 is 7. As students continue to work with problems such as these, they might use other representations to help solve the problem. For instance, a number line. I can draw a number line and show 12 to mark the number of bottles of water that I started with. I drank 5 of the bottles of water, so I'm going to hop back 5 times, 1 for each bottle of water that I drank. I drank 5 bottles of water, and now I can count backwards, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, to see that I have 7 bottles of water left. Subtraction can be used to model takeaway situations, but there are other situations that you can use subtraction to model as well. For instance, you might want to find the difference between numbers, how much more or how much less one number is than another. You could use subtraction to model this situation. Let's take a look at another problem that a first grader would do that finds the difference between numbers. Let's say we have 9 purple flags and 3 red flags that we're using to decorate our deck. We want to know how many more purple flags we have than red flags. We can do that by using 9 blocks to represent the 9 purple flags and 3 blocks to represent the 3 red flags. We can see in this model how much more purple there are than red. If we remove the smaller amount, we can then count to see that 9 is 6 more than 3. We could also model this situation using a number line. In this case, we would place 3 and 9, the numbers we're comparing, on the number line. We want to figure out how far apart 3 and 9 are. We can start at 9 and count backwards. Unlike the last situation, we don't know how many to count back, but we know that we're counting back to 3. So we'll make hops of 1, until we get to 3. We can see that we have made 6 hops, going back 6 from 9 to 3, showing that the difference between 9 and 3 is 6. This has been a look at 2 different meanings for subtraction, takeaway and difference. It's important that students are able to understand both types of subtraction and are able to model those situations with objects, drawings, and equations. See you next time on Math in Minutes.